don't know what to do without Chris Cage. But, I mean, the card will definitely be a lot shorter without his entrance. So then we move on to the rumor mill here. Here's an interesting one, which I caught wind of a little earlier this week. Xavier Xanadu-Zanders and Jacoby James Jackson, Triple X and Triple J respectively, possibly forming a tag team?
And apparently they have formed a tag team.
Now, this is very interesting considering Triple X is involved in the North American title picture. Could be the #1 contender if he defeats Megaton. And
which he would fight Triple J.
Yeah, and that would be his tag team partner. Could I compare the situation to Matt Hardy and Montel Vontavious Porter in the United States Tag Team Championship?
You could do just that, especially whenever you consider. I don't think these guys are friends.
No.
I don't think they like each other. They're not going to be exchanging Christmas cards. I don't understand why Triple X isn't teaming with Justin St. Clair.
Yeah,
his partner in the Axis of Anarchy.
I didn't understand that either, but then once again we heard the rumors of Triple X not even liking Justin St. Clair.
But from my understanding, this was a forced partnership by Tommy Cardoza.
Tommy Cardoza makes things happen. And, I mean, we do not currently have any contenders for Scorch and Megaton's tag titles. I mean, you might as well already call them the greatest tag team if no one can even challenge them. I mean, it's not like... I mean, holding the belt 2 weeks definitely warrants that, right? Especially when your only competition retired, or, I mean, left at least.
Right. I mean, you know, are we going to see, you know, before every match, are we going to see the Tom Cini meter comparing their title reign to that of the Tom Cini brothers?
They're definitely getting close. So then, I mean, speaking of Scorch and Megaton, Megaton is apparently done being Scorch's bitch. Well, I mean,
because he's a beast, that's why.
Indeed. Fong Goulet incarcerated for murder of Marcus Williams. Perhaps why we haven't seen him around lately. But Fong Goulet isn't the owner, and I thought our new owner had killed Marcus Williams.
That's the impression that I was under. I don't know. Are we ever going to find out who owns RCW or not?
I don't know. Also, now that Jason Toombs is no longer champion, rumor mill says he's been seen selling spicy tacos on a Mexico City street corner.
And they're the best damn tacos in the entire world.
And then, last but not least in the rumor mill, 40 Ounce to open a restaurant by the name of Where's My Motherfucking Eggs? Nah, I don't think it will catch on.
Yeah, I'm not sure the legality of that
but
to begin with.
If he opens a new store like every 2 days, maybe enough people will get wind of it. Or maybe people will just get sick of it and just not go anymore.
I have a feeling that when you do something, you know, every day or two, it's going to get old really, really fast.
Moving on to the Power 15, #1, sitting very pretty from retired to world champion, Biggs Tom Cini. #2, Triple J, still the North American champion, and has to be on his way to the longest reigning North American champion. I don't know what the Hall of Records say, and by the way, I don't think the Hall of Records even exists anymore. But on my own speculation, go Triple J. #3, Rory Blaze, because he's the #1 world title contender. #4, Megaton. #5, his brother Scorch. No longer a tandem, I guess.
They're not equals. Megaton is better than Scorch. He said it himself.
For the time being. #6, Machiavelli Tom Cini, because he's the Anarchy champion?
What in the hell is the Anarchy title?
Well, Machiavelli seen backstage just walking around with this new title over his shoulder because he threw away the television title, and I don't blame him. 1, it was holding him back. 2, that's an ugly looking title. Have you seen that thing?
It looks like a creamsicle.
Well, so the Anarchy champion, I mean, he is the leader of the Axis of Anarchy. It fits him, so we'll see what goes on there and if he can move up this week. But we don't even know what his direction is at the moment. #7, Triple X. Alright. #8, Genetic Outlaw Champion. Still inside that top 10. #9, the highest ranking ever for the guy. No longer dead last, 40 Ounce. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably still going to complain. He should be because he should be ahead of Genetic because he's the Outlaw Champion, not Genetic.
Well, he currently has the Outlaw title in his possession.
I saw him. I actually saw something on RCW.com that completely killed the entire bandwidth of the site. It was this 40-ounce promo that lasted 3 hours. It was completely ridiculous.
I did not see that.
And it was just weird stuff about how he was the Outlaw champion, when in reality he wasn't.
Number 10, Chris Cage. Well, let's say that he will not be on next week's Power 15. Number 11, Justin St. Clair. Really, that's a little bit of a shaft for Mr. St. Clair. My personal opinion. Number 12, PDT. Number 13, Tommy Gunn. Number 14, Scott Starr. And number 15, Father Adrian Hughes. Now, I didn't like Professor Payne very much. And I really like the new direction that William the Truth Harrison has taken, but there seems to be a little bit of oversight there. Where's a guy like Joseph Steele?
Joseph Steele.
No mention
no
of him
question belongs
at all.
in there.
And what about the Jack?
Well, the Jack tapped out, so the Jack might not be. This might not be the week for the Jack.
That
to be
would
on
push
the
the Jack
15.
out of my top 10, not my top 15.
Where was he before? Was he inside the top 10?
I'm not sure. Things kind of slowed down in RCW last week with all contract disputes and just everything else. But
if they're not paying us to pay attention, why pay attention?
Is there anything else to really mention? Anything you'd care to rant about?
Well, I would talk about Father Adrian Hughes dressing like a pimp, but that's already been done twice this week.
And I'd like to thank you all for listening, and no guests this week because, well, they've been stolen by 40 ounce, and he steals everything, motherfucker.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm not even sure if we'll be back next week.
But in the event that we are, be sure you know how to contact us. If you want to be on the show, if you want to be on the real radio show,
the real
of RCW, that's real talk.
But that'll do it for Steve Glunt. I'm Jacob Tomer. Thanks for listening, and enjoy Remembrance. It will definitely be a pay-per-view to remember.